The pool is one of my pet projects. We're very proud of it. I co-founded it with a woman named Tracy Shapak, who's in Chicago. It was a journey. Like most things with innovation, we had this idea, which was really driven around, is pre-roll the best answer for online video? It was certainly an easy answer. It is an easy answer in terms of getting marketers just to put television spots on the internet, and I think it's an easy answer for the publishers in terms of a forced view and monetization, but we questioned whether or not it was the right consumer answer. And so, you know, Tracy and I felt like we needed some good consumer insight around what do people want to do with video online, and we saw the consumer trend going in that direction. We've seen our clients' marketing dollars going in that direction, and so we created something called the pool to answer that question. And the question we wanted to answer is, what is the best user experience with online video? People will say the pool, what does that mean? Like, what the hell is it? And so Tracy and I both have swimming backgrounds to start with. So there's that aspect of the pool. Pool is also speaking to pooling resources, and so you know, one of the great things about Publicis Groupe and VivaKi's, we've really thought about open partnerships and relationships, and you'll see that theme throughout in a lot of the things that we bring to market. And so we wanted to pool the resources of a lot of companies. Our feeling was if we could get a bunch of media companies to participate, we could actually come up with an idea that everybody supports. And so that was a piece of this in terms of getting the industry to work together. And then lastly, swimming pools have lanes, and so we thought that if this idea worked, we could have a bunch of different lanes around things that we could learn. So where are we with the pool? 2 years ago, we did online video. We were able to bring together some great partners like Yahoo and Microsoft and AOL and Discovery and CBS to help us answer this question of what is the right format. We ran a very rigorous research process with qualitative and quantitative and an actual field trial to get to what the right answer is. You know, our belief was that all the great things about the internet would translate over into video. So people like to search, people like to share, people like to interact, and that's what we went to learn. Like, is this going to be the right answer? And Hulu, I should absolutely add, was a part of this because it gets to the punchline in all of it. So what we found out was that people wanted to select, right? They wanted to pick the ad that they wanted to see. And so Hulu had submitted their ad format, but it had only been working on Hulu at that point. And so the question really became like, can we make the ad selector, what we call ASQ, more of a format that the industry could use? And so that happened. I'll tell you about how we activated it, but the learning was this ad selector was the way to go. It could scale. In a way, it's just taking a bunch of pre-roll ads, but letting people pick the one that they want. So it would still be easier for the marketer side, but pay off for the users or the consumers. And the immediate issue we ran into was, how do you operationalize that, right? Because now we're talking about inventory management, getting a bunch of different publishers to solve for, I sell one thing, but a different thing could be selected. I've got guarantees on impressions. And so Tracy, my partner, just brilliant mind, came up with the idea of like, how do we keep this pool thing going? And so she created a consortium that she calls Rising Tide, and she names these things. She's like a marketing genius. And so we brought in Scott Ferber, who started Ad.com, and Title TV's new company. We brought in Vendico, who does a lot of ad serving for us, Panache from a rendering perspective, Visible Measures, and we basically said to these companies, like, you're all good at a different thing, and what we need you to do is create really the operational package that we can give to these publishers so that they can enable user selection, tie into their actual inventory management, and make this a part of their business. And so we enabled it. And now where we're at in the States is our client teams are just starting to purchase against this ad selector format. So that's one story. Meanwhile, in this big global company, there was a high level of excitement because we've got all these clients that want to do more in online video, publishers want to monetize, and right away, interesting, China, of all markets, said we want to do this, and they were able to get 8 of the top 10 video publishers in China to launch pooling. Which was, really, really exciting for us to have China go so quickly. From there, whether it was, they were all kind of happening at the same time. We had a second lane happen in the US really focused on short form video and how do you solve, YouTube and what's the experience need to be there. YouTube came on board. They weren't in our first lane, so this was for us in the business. When you get renewals and a lot of the partners come back, Microsoft agreed to do 10 lanes, YouTube came in, so we felt a sense of momentum. China's launched, UK went, Middle East went, they're doing something around display different, but out of Dubai. Spain just, I'm not going to announce all the partners, but Spain's going. I think it's 10 publishers that are participating and a bunch of our clients, so we feel like, we've got momentum. We're going to have a lot of lanes and videos on the tracks.
Is this a platform, a pool for VivaKi advertisers, like that are inventory that you guys manage, or
No.
is it for other firms? And what's your business involvement in this thing?
So I mean, to us, in a way, it's an accelerator for the industry. Our point of view is we want to differentiate for our agency brands so that when they go and sit down with a client, the client knows that we're leading the marketplace, right? And so with so many brand marketers focused on TV, if our client teams can go into their clients with better solutions on things that perform better, that's a good answer. That's going to help us grow our business at the end of the day. So we're not taking any positions on the inventory. I mean, it's really the publishers to sell. From our perspective, if we're going to the media companies and saying, here's something new for you to monetize, they like us more, right? This is an innovative company. Let's go to them with more ideas. They can actually activate it. And our point of view around this is it's only going to strengthen our relationship with the digital media ecosystem as well, which we think is a good thing. And then there's kind of the classic stuff, which is, if we go first, clients get incumbencies on the inventory, it performs really well, pricing, benefits for the clients, and to be clear, this is not a VivaKi ad unit, it is a industry ad unit. So we've worked with the IB, we've presented at all their big industry events, they support the initiative and what we're doing, but WPP, IPG, it's for them to buy. And our point of view around this is they should. It performs 200% better, and if one of these agency groups doesn't want to support ad selector because they think it's a VivaKi thing, my point of view is they're doing the wrong thing for their client because this just performs better, and everybody should be supporting it in the industry as a whole, and that's it. Cool. It's pretty simple.
And Curt, are there any anecdotes about better performance? How much better? I mean, I'm sure you've got a lot of research.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we've got time spent and click through, but the number that it's usually double. Like on any stat that I look at for the pool, I mean, whether it's time spent or top line awareness or effectiveness or click through, the answer tends to be it's kind of double, where pre-roll's at. And we've got, actually, what I would say to the people watching is I'll make this really easy. Go to iTunes, and there's an app for the pool where we've essentially, the other unique thing about this is we've just given away the research, and so it's on my iPad right now. I search VivaKi or the pool, and you can download the app, and you'll get a 30-page story on the pool with all of the results. So have fun with it.